What we mean by optimism is the hopeful thought that better possibilities do exist, and that they are in fact more likely to occur than negative ones. The optimist believes that, all things being equal, it'll probably all work out for the best. And usually it does. For example, when the stock market takes a downturn, as it often does, one risk is that it will lead to a great crash, producing a worldwide economic depression in which millions are unemployed and people are left homeless and begging for food. That could happen, but an optimist knows that it probably won't and doesn't spend time worrying about it. She believes that, while things may be more difficult for a time, she probably won't lose her job or her house, and things will work out fine in the end. An optimist knows that when he is delayed by an accident on the freeway, it's possible that he'll miss the sales opportunity, but that's unlikely. More likely is that the client will understand that traffic can be unpredictable and offer another chance to make the pitch. Optimists think about what's most likely to happen, rather than focusing on the less likely and more frightful things that probably won't come to pass. Therefore, optimists seldom waste brain power on anxiety, worry, or gloomy thoughts about the future. That frees their minds to engage in creative possibilities and problem-solving. Optimists are more likely to influence others because it is a form of thought leadership. People are naturally drawn to positive thoughts and wish to avoid negative ones, even if they may be thinking them. As you give voice to the real probability that there are better days ahead, despite the current circumstances, others will listen to you. Remember, optimism does not mean dismissing problems or being unwilling to face challenges squarely. This is not a form of denial. It's a determination to focus on the best outcomes and then work to make them reality. If you want to influence others, practice optimistic thinking. Don't allow your mind to dwell on frightening but remote possibilities. Spend your brain power on the more likely, more positive outcomes of a situation. That positive thinking will draw others to you. Watch what you think. Did you know that what you think powerfully impacts who you are? What you think about yourself, what you think about the world, what you think about others, what you think about your prospects in life. Everything you think has an impact on the kind of person you are and will become. Conduct a little research of your own. For the next week, pay special attention to how people answer the question, "How are you?" That question gets asked and answered millions of times each day. You probably answer it yourself more than once every day. It's interesting to listen to the answers people give to describe how they're doing. Not bad. So-so, I guess. Pretty good. Fantastic. Terrible. So far, so good. Not bad under the circumstances. For every strong, positive, optimistic answer you hear from people, you'll probably hear 8 or 10 that range from neutral to pessimistic. If people really are doing as poorly as I hear them say they're doing, I'm not sure why they get out of bed. Over the years, I've been answering the "How are you?" question with something like, "Why, I'm doing better than good." I answer that way because I truly expect things to be and become better than good. Best-selling author, financial advisor, and radio host Dave Ramsey consistently answers, "Better than I deserve," and this has become one of his signature trademarks. Why answer positively? I have learned through the years that for reasons I can't scientifically or even theologically explain, how I expect things to be greatly influences how they become. Better than good is such an optimistic approach to life, and there's a much greater chance that you will be remembered when you respond positively instead of neutrally or negatively. Plus, it will catch on. Nothing is as infectious as optimism and a positive outlook. Sometimes all it takes is a word, a phrase, or a thought planted in someone's mind to change his or her whole life. It truly pays to watch closely what and how you think. Frank Outlaw is said to have expressed the power of your thoughts this way: "Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become..."